Hey, how's it going? This is George Pierce here, and we are just getting ready to do some math. We're about to math it up, in fact. So, everyone likes to make fun of me about that, but you're talking about it. Today's worksheet, solving equations. We continue to move forward with our equation difficulty and complexity and just growing. We're growing. Today's no different. We got to put the work in. Let's combine some like terms and use the I'm drawing a blank here. Use the distributive property as well. All right, first one, no distributive property, just a bunch of like terms. N's the variable, so we have n plus 2n, which is 3n, minus 2n, which is back to n, plus n. Or you can think about this 2n minus n cancel each other, leaving us with these two. Our answer is 2n. Next one. Once again, we have these same 2b minus 2b. They cancel each other out, leaving us with just this one, which is 4b. That's our answer, 4b. We've simplified that as much as we can here. Next one, we have a distributive property on this one. So we go 3 times 2c. This is 6c plus 9. 6c plus 9. Next one, we have a triple distributive property, but before we distribute, we can actually combine some like terms here. We can combine v and negative 5v to simplify that inside. So it's going to be 4 minus 4v plus 2. So now when we distribute it, it's going to be negative 16v plus 8. That's our answer. You could distribute before and then do combining like terms. I think it's simpler this way. Combine like terms first. Next one, we're going to drop down our 3k. We're going to add 5k and plus 10. Once we do these two, we can combine those to 8k plus 10. That's our final answer, 8k plus 10. Take your time, work through these. Now, we're distributing a variable. Yes, we can do that. And it's not too difficult. X times 2 is, you guessed it, 2x. We're going to add x times x. What's the number times itself? It's the square of that number, so plus x squared, and then plus 3. We cannot combine those two. They are not like terms. 2x, or an x and an x squared, are not a like term. Okay, on to some one-step equations. We want to solve by eliminating isolating variable, and again, you might have a more mature way of doing this, but this is showing your work. Plus 2 on each side, plus 2. On this side, they cancel out, leaving us with m is equal to 10. One-step equation. That's why they call it one step. Next, they have 22 minus x equals 14. 22 minus x is equal to 14. So that means we're going to have to isolate the x, isolate the negative x here actually. So what I do is I'm going to subtract 22 from both sides, subtract 22. On this side it's going to cancel out, leaving us with negative x is equal to 14 minus 22. And the difference between these two numbers is 8 So it's going to be negative 8. X is equal, negative x is equal to negative 8. I'm going to decide to divide both sides by negative 1. And that's going to give me, canceling the positives, so the negatives there, it's going to give me x is equal to 8. Yeah, you don't have to do it like that, but that's how I do it to show my work. You can just start flipping it. All right. 2C. It is, to isolate our variable, we need to multiply by 13 on both sides. That's C. Question C is getting in the way. On this side, 13 is going to cancel out. And on the opposite side, it's going to be 13 times 3, which is going to be 39. 39 on this side, m on this side, and then we want to rewrite that as m is equal to 39. Simple as that. M is equal to 39. Let's go to 2D. We're going to divide both sides by 25. That's not 5, 25. 25. To isolate our x. So on this side, x cancels out, and we are left with x is equal to 350 divided by 25. Now, x goes into 100, or 25 goes into 100 4 times, so that's 12, 13, 14. X is equal to 14. That is our answer. E. Whoa, okay. Once again, we need to divide by 16 on both sides and cancel out, and we're going to be left with m is equal to, now how many times does 16 go into 88? 16m is equal to 888. I don't know if that's the best. It goes into 300 and, yeah, 880 divided by 16, 55. Negative 55. I'm never against using a calculator. I do it. If I can't find a good mental strategy, yeah, I don't waste too much time. I'm usually pretty good, but I'm not perfect. Nobody is. Okay, so we want to multiply both sides by 75 to get rid of our 75 on that side. And when you multiply by 75 on this side, it's going to get pretty big. This side's canceling out. 75 times 94 is equal to x. That is a big number. 75 times 94, 7,050. 7,050. X is equal to 7,050. Once again, calculator. Nothing wrong with that. All right. 3a. 3a is... okay, first, two-step equation, right? So we first want to isolate the term with the... variable in it, get rid of the 4. So we want to subtract 4 from both sides. That's going to leave us with x over 9. Oh, let's cancel out. X over 9 is equal to negative 1. Then I want to multiply by 9 on both sides. And it leaves me, canceling that out, x is equal to negative 9. That is our answer. Simple as that. 3b. Once again, these are all two-step equations. These are all ones that we've done stuff like this before. Subtract 5 from both sides. Subtract 5. This side, it cancels out, creating a 0, which we don't have to represent. 2x is equal to 23 minus 5. That's going to be 18. We can divide both sides by 2 to get rid of that 2. And we are left with x is equal to 9. 2 steps, right? 1 step, 2 steps. That's why we call them 2-step equations. C, 3c. This one's a little weird. This whole thing is a term. We've talked about this before. We got to get rid of this first. That's always my suggestion. So you want to multiply by 2 on both sides. And to multiply by 2 here is just going to leave us with 3. Negative 3n plus n is equal to negative 6 times 2, which is negative 12. Then we add 3. Oh, that's an ugly 3. Add 3. Add 3. Leaving us with n isolated on the side is equal to negative 12 plus 3, which is negative 9. Is that 3 9s in a row? 9, 9, 9. It is. Funny. All right. We are now on question 3D. Let's subtract 6. Let's subtract 6. On this side, it will cancel out, leaving us with 9m. And on this side, it's going to add to our negative total to make it negative 180. Divide by 9. Divide by 9. Cancel out once again, leaving us m is equal to negative 180 divided by 9, which is negative 20. That's my answer. D. E, 3e. So I have, okay. Let's subtract 15 from both sides. On this side, it's going to cancel out, leaving us with negative 17x is equal to 299, 289, 289. Divide by negative 17. Divide by negative 17. Cancel out. X is equal to 289 divided by negative 17. Is the answer 7 to 15? 17. Answer's negative 17, I think. Let's check that. 289 divided by 17. 289 divided by 17. Yeah, 17. Okay. All right. And because positive divided by negative, it's negative 17. All right. EF. Last 2-step equation here. We subtract 13. Right? Do the opposite. Subtract 13. That cancels out, leaving us with 18p is equal to 221, negative 221, subtract 13, 231, 234, 200, negative 234, and divide by 18, divide by 18, it's going to be negative, it's 180, 10, 13, p is equal to negative 13. 13. Can always check our answer. What was that question? Through 234 and 18. 234 divided by 18 equals 13. All right, negative 13. You can always look at the answer sheet too. That's reasonable. All right, so solve the following multi-step equations. So we're gonna have to combine like terms and then solve the 1 or 2-step equations after we combine like terms. So 1 plus, and then we're going to combine my like terms here to 7x is equal to 8. Let's subtract 1. Subtract 1 cancels. 7x is equal to 8 minus 1, which is 7. Divide by 7. Divide by 7. X is equal to 1. All right, for B, combine like terms. Let's say 18 is equal to 4p plus 2p, 6p. Then we divide by 6 on both sides. Cancel. We have p is equal to 3. P is equal to 3. We write it in the proper order. That's our answer. Okay, doing pretty well so far, cruising along. Combining like terms again. Let's look at this one. It's longer. Oh. Excuse me. It is, there is a variable on both sides and a constant on both. Oh, two variables here. All right. I'm going to combine. And then I'm going to move this over. You know what I'm going to do this one? I'm going to go minus 5b minus 5b. So I'm canceling out the variable on this side to get my variable just on one side. And the reason I chose this way is because I guess it would have worked the other way too, kind of. I can actually cancel those out too because they're both 5b. And it leaves us with, then I'm going to add 4 and add 4. And then these cancel out. So cancel, cancel, cancel. And it leaves us with this and this left that aren't canceled. So 5 is equal to b, or b is equal to 5. Interesting one. Kind of did it all in one step there. All right, next question. 5k plus 2k equals 8, negative 8 plus 5k. So right off the hop, I'm going to subtract 5k from this side and subtract 5k from this side. Similar to last time now, it's that's going to cancel, but this is going to cancel too, leaving us with 2k is equal to negative 8, which I can then divide by 2, cancels. K is equal to negative 4. Answer. Negative 8 divided by 2, negative 4. All right, next one. Oh, another one. Okay, interesting. Let's subtract 4x here. Subtract 4x here, right? Subtract 4x from each side. And that's going to cancel as well. I'm not even combining like terms first because it just makes sense to do this. It leaves us with 9 is equal to x, or x is equal to 9. This is kind of random that it's setting us up like this, but it's nice. It saves us some work. Next one. This one doesn't do it, but I have 2 variables here, 1 variable here. So let's do this. We'll subtract 5v, and we will subtract 5v, and we will subtract 2, and we will subtract 2. So canceled here, canceled here. We're left with this, which is 5v, this, and this. So we have 16 is equal to 4v minus 2v, right? So it's there and there. And then we have 16 is equal to 2v, which we can simplify. And 8 is equal to v. And I will write it as v equals 8. I ran out of space. I'm gonna box my answer, like the square box. Box my answer. V equals 8. All right, next questions, they get longer. they have distribution now. We got to distribute before we solve. So let's go in here, and part of the simplification is distribution. Okay, step 1, let's distribute this 3 to the 2 and to the 3v. So our new equation is going to be 4v. Oh, this negative is part of this here. Negative 3. Okay. So we're going to drop down our 4v. And then we're going to minus 6 and plus 9v is equal to 59. Then we're going to combine like terms, which is negative 6 plus 13v is equal to 59. Then we're going to add 6. 13v is equal to 65. And then we're going to divide by 13. That cancels with v equaling 5. 5a, v equals 5. Reasonable. 5b. All right, so distribute. We have 16m and 4 times minus 3, which is minus 12, is equal to negative 92. Now we want to add, do the opposite, add 12 to both sides. And this side they cancel, leaving us with 16m is equal to 80. We divide by 16, and m will equal 5 again. 50 and 30, yeah. M will equal 5. 5b. Oh, negative 80, negative 5. Negative 92 plus 12 is negative 80. Yeah, okay. Negative 5. Important to check your work, check your answers, catch your mistakes. All right, so distribution, then variables on both sides of the equation here. So let's first distribute. 4 plus 12b is equal to 22 plus 3b. So we're going to subtract 4 from this side and subtract 4 from this side. That's going to cancel out there and leave us with this on that side. Then we're going to subtract 3b on this side, subtract 3b from this side, leaving us with this, leaving us with that being canceled, leaving us with this here. So this is 9b is equal to 18, which we can divide both sides by 9, and b will be equal to 2. D for 5D. 5D, all right. We are going to distribute our negative 5 between everything inside the brackets. So it's going to be negative 20v plus 25 is equal to 2v minus 19. So let's go plus 19 on this side and plus 19 on this side. Cancels, leaves us with this Let's go plus 20v on this side, plus 20v on this side. Cancels, leaves us with this on this side of the equation. And we'll have 3544 is equal to 18v divide by 18, divide by 18. That will equal, v will be equal to 3. V equals 3. Final answer. Okay, we have this next one here, E. 5E, double distribution, double sides of our double variables and double constants. So quite a few steps here. All right, step 1. Distribute -5 plus, sorry, not plus, -5 minus 5k is equal to 5 minus 10k. Okay, we are going to add 10k. So I want to get positive k on this. So I'm going to add 10k to both sides, just saving me one step. So this side they're going to cancel. On this side they're going to have to be added together, which is important to include this sign because it's -5k. I want to add 5 here and add 5 here, and that's going to stay and this is going to cancel. So we have 5k is equal to 10, and then we can divide by 5, and that will be k is equal to 2. E, k is equal to 2. Last one here. Same thing, double distribution, double having to balance on both sides here. Step by step. 4 plus 8n is equal to -3 minus 5n plus 20. Right, so 5n, -5n plus 20, right? So it's -5 plus -4 times -4, positive 20. So we can combine like terms. Let's add 5n here, and add 5n here. On this side, 5n is going to cancel out, and on this side, we'll have to add them together. Then we will subtract 4 here, and subtract 4 on this side. This cancels, leaving us on this side with 13n is equal to, then we have -3 plus -4 plus 13. It's equal to 13. Is equal to 13. So when I combine these together, I get 13. And now I can divide both sides by 13. That cancels, and n is equal to 1. It's good. That's it. We were done. Did you make it? I made it. Yay. Remember, we grow every day. We practice. Keep mathing it up. Have a nice evening.